I've been thinking a lot lately about technology and hiking. Right, in this modern day and age of hiking, technology has a huge role to play. But I'm wondering, is that technology hurting or helping modern day hikers? So when you're new to hiking, there's obviously some basic skills that you haven't fully developed yet. And I'm wondering, is technology a great supplement for some of those basic backpacking and hiking skills? Or is the technology actually hindering a new hiker's ability to learn? In the past few years, the popularity of hiking has increased dramatically. The people are flooding to the trails that didn't previously have an interest in the outdoors. So with this rise in popularity, we're also seeing a huge spike in technology-based apps to help the new hiker. And don't get me wrong, these are absolutely awesome, but a little scary at the same time. With these advancements in technology, it's becoming easier and easier for new hikers to get out there on the trail. And that's folks that would ordinarily never have considered going out on an adventure on their own, are now relying heavily on these new platforms for their security and safety when they're out on their hikes. And that could lead to some potentially catastrophic results. Let's take electronic maps for an example. Right, gone are the days of having to pour through a paper map to plan and prepare for your route. Now we scroll through an app looking at popular trails, and we look at what the most recent YouTuber or blogger has posted of a selfie or an experience on a trail. And that's how we decide where our next backcountry or front country adventure is going to be. And again, don't get me wrong, I love this technology. For years, I've used All Trails to figure out some popular hikes. Recently, this year, I've been trying out Onyx Backcountry, and the ease of use is just phenomenal. And I'll never go back to relying only on paper maps. But having said that, what if your phone dies, or you forget to download a map, or the trail's changed since the last update, and you find yourself out in the middle of nowhere, and you don't know how to read a map, use a compass, or even do any basic waypoint navigation to figure out where you are? You better hope that you've got a well-marked trail, or you're going to be in a world of hurt. Another example is our emergency beacons, right? Take my Garmin, for example. With this little gizmo, I can send my wife text messages and let her know where I'm at and when I'm planning on being back. Gone are the days of getting in trouble when you get home because you're 4 or 5 hours late because your hike took a different turn. And yes, there's a story there, but that's for another day entirely. But with this Garmin, I also know that I have the security of being able to hit an SOS button in the event of an emergency, right? If I take a fall, if I get hurt, injured, or just trapped on a trail and I need emergency services, I can push one little button and it'll put me in contact with an emergency responder standing by 24 hours a day in the event that I need the help. That is a phenomenal feature, and now that I have the technology, I'm never going to go back. You will never see me out there on a solo hike without some form of an emergency communication device. But my question is that emergency communication, knowing that I've got that safety blanket around me, causing hikers to take more risks than they should? Is this emboldening a new hiker to feel that they can go out there and do a more severe hike than originally planned, or maybe try crossing a river where they probably shouldn't have in the first place? Because even subconsciously they know they're going to be okay because they've got help if they need it. I guess what my ramblings come down to is, are we too dependent on our technology, or is technology just one more great tool to have in our kit? Curious what you folks think. Is technology an asset or a liability in the long run? Let me know in the comments below. Maybe we'll continue the conversation.